Right, good evening everyone. I am Norst here, and we are playing a beginner's playthrough of United Nations of Earth. So if you didn't watch all of the previous episodes, the basic crux of it is we are playing the vanilla game. I do have all the DLCs, but we are literally no mods. We've just gone straight in with the United Nations of Earth, and we are playing through from the beginning. Now, at the end of the last episode, voila, we were just discussing we'd found some aliens. None of them are particularly friendly. There's a big federation, which is these three over here. One thing to note about the Federation's origin, the Federation origins, there's two of them, there's Hegemony and Federations, is you can get a bit unlucky, like the Conclave of Lontok has down here. They're actually boxed in by their Federation colleagues, so it doesn't really hurt us either way. But if ever you do pick that origin, just bear in mind you can get a little bit unlucky, because you've got three other nations all around you. We've also found the Valdari Synergetics, who, as far as I can tell, I think we can get them on side. But if you look, the orange colour, their borders are still closed. And we're finally getting some colonies that are worth being called colonies. Note, however, at the moment, they are still costing us more than we're getting out of them. But that will soon change. So Alpha Centauri, pushing back the frontiers of modern technology by building a city district. I think at that point I'm going to unpause. I've increased my fleet ever so slightly. This system now becomes an awful lot more critical to get. So we want to get this system as quickly as possible. We also want to try and get as far down this arm as we can before the Valdari do. Hopefully they go the other way. These guys don't have any other direction to go, really, so they're going to come this way at least. And if we just speed up...
System survey concluded.
That'd be great. I'm just going to adjust the volume settings very slightly. Apologies for doing this mid-record, but better late than never. Right, and we are back. So, oh, hello, this is bad news. Declare rivalry. I had not expected this so early on, I'll be honest with you. Wow. They have used a trade embargo against us. I'm not so sure these guys are going to come on side now. Let's just go and have a quick look. F1, I believe. Wow, they really hate us. They really hate us. Well, I hadn't expected that. So they're basically very clearly stating that they're going to be hostile towards us. I am going to reciprocate that then. I mean, if they've decided it, I'm going to declare rivalry on them as well. So there's a couple of reasons to do this. One, it gives us another excuse. I don't know if you saw the tooltip there. In fact, I'll go back and show it again. It gives us a casus belli. So in a lot of Paradox games, you need an excuse, a casus belli, to go to war. You can't just declare war because you hate someone. Although, now that we are rivals, we can just declare war because we hate them. The other thing is, it gives you a little bit of bonus influence every month. So, if we are going to be stuck with these guys as rivals, we might as well get the influence from it at the same time. So I'm going to confirm that. And I am going to close our borders now. Oh, it closes it. They close automatically when you're rivals anyway. So that makes this even more important down here. That can go away, that can go away. Got some hostiles here. Again, that's fine. We're going away from them. And it probably does make having a fleet a bit more critical. If these guys think that they can just roll me, they are much, much more likely to attack. So, and at the moment, we are the weakest thing in the universe. So everyone has a better fleet than me. Partly that's because I haven't built my fleet, so a relatively easy thing to do is build your fleet. I want to keep a little bit of spare alloys, because I may build a defensive station. So if you look at any of your stations, you can upgrade them for 200 alloys, and that will mean they are much, much harder to kill. So for instance, if you look at Sol, our home station, I'll probably have to do it through this view here. Here you go. So Sol alone has a fleet power of 493, which is basically double my fleet. So even a relatively... This station's not got any major defences. It's still actually, in the early game, worth having there just to slow down enemy fleets. But we only need to keep a couple of hundred aside for that. So I'm going to go to my fleet manager again. Oh, they've all gone to polecat classes. I didn't mean to do that. Well, we'll throw in some corvettes as well. And how much is that going to cost us? It's going to cost us the full 600. Let's not go quite that mad yet. Let's do that. So they will be built in the background. That's looking like a lovely section. We have found an ancient survey marker. A small, short-range transmitter has been located on the surface of Nomatar 6. It appears to be an ancient survey marker placed here eons ago to mark a large deposit of precious metals. The miners it was meant for evidently never arrived, and the deposit is still here, so +4. That's brilliant, if we get it. So we really do want to get it. Wonderful. So if you could just... Ooh. Build the research station first. We have... Oh, hello. The hostile fleets are moving. We did think they might do this. So we just need to be a little bit careful. Hopefully they don't attack us. In fact, you know what? Just go here. Yeah, just get out of that system for now. And these guys, normally I would get that energy deposit straight away. Actually, I think I still will. I'm just panicking about going down this arm. Because everything, the more turf we can secure now, the easier it's going to be to deal with these guys later. They're still doing what they're doing. One of our leaders levels up, that's all fine. What have we got? Robotic workers. Okay, now it's been a while since I actually recorded the last time I changed the research. It's been about a week. Robots are really good early game tech, so as soon as that comes up, I would advise going for it, which I obviously did. What have we got now? We have faster and cheaper corvettes. No arguments there. That's quite nice. Afterburners means our ships can move a bit faster and evade a bit better. Or more engineering research. How is our engineering research? That's a little bit of a buff, but nothing too crazy. I think I might go for the corvettes. A bit late, but better late than never. Oh, and the robotic workers. Now that's a good tech. It's a shame. Yeah, I don't have anyone to work here yet, but now we've got a new building. Where is it? Robotic. It's in alphabetical order, but I always forget this. Robot assembly plants. So one person will be there to turn, well, alloys into robots. I think on the actual technology thing, if we go to researched. So yeah, you can see we've got assembly plants and robot workers. So robot workers at the beginning of the game are pretty basic. So they're good at simple worker jobs, mining, farming, things like that. What the big advantage of that, though, is you can simultaneously be growing your population and building robots. So you can really expand much, much quicker. Ooh, another planet. Nice. You guys might need a little bit of micromanagement. Go and build that one, because I'm running low on minerals. I need to get them... Alright, that one, and then that one. I just need to go in there and get them doing them one by one. I've obviously been a bit keen with some of my building, but again, I tend to not to like to have lots and lots of minerals and things sat around. It does become a bit inevitable at certain points in the game. But at the beginning, these are so precious, you really want to be using them. So this is a nice system to get. So absolute no-brainer there. I'm getting that system. So it blocks off this from our hostile neighbours, which is great. Ooh, space amoebas! Which I think are these guys causing us chaos over here. The entities encountered by our fleet some time ago are new, wondrous forms of spaceborne life. Quickly nicknamed Space Amoeba, following an analyst's gross misreading of initial sensor output, the creature is in fact larger than the average human corvette. We should leave it be and remotely monitor the creature and its kin from Earth, so we can either get fascinating creatures, or we can learn to coexist. Which, given they're floating around just outside our area here, I think that might be a good one to go for. So, issue special project Amoeboid Pacification. Oh, we found a very, very hard one. Where are you? You are in Meneth. Okay, that one I'm fairly safe with, so I'm not going to panic about doing that now. I think I was saying earlier, the ones down here, and there aren't any at the minute, we just need to be a little bit more careful of. You can see I've left a few behind. Anything here we might lose permanently if we don't capture this in time. Cool, and we will now see in the situation rep log we have Amoeboid Pacification. This is quite a long one. Mind you, so is the cloud study, and we're doing that. So that costs 5,000. At the moment, our techs are costing about half that. I'm still going to do it though, even though it's a bit expensive at the beginning, because I do want to. Because I do want to get this situation sorted as soon as possible, and I can't remember what these all were. That thing's going to be hostile, whatever we do. But maybe down here, mind you, they're very powerful, whatever those are. You probably, if you've been watching the videos in quick succession, you probably remember what these are, but I've forgotten what they were. Oh, we've got an unemployed pop on Earth. And a spare building slot, which is what the other symbol is. And having just said how great I think robotic assembly plants are, I was going to build one, but I am out of minerals. So again, at the beginning of the game, your resources may be a bit imbalanced. Don't forget you've got options here. There's a galactic market. If you click on there, I could actually sell a whole load of food, and I've got loads of it, for money, which I'll do. Whoops. And you can actually just then go and buy a whole load of minerals, which I'll also do. So we don't need to panic too much. And then our robotic assembly plants. There we go. We'll get that building. In fact, that's so good. I'm going to make sure there's one building on all of our planets when we get the chance. The 10th fleet is now up to 10 ships. And in fact, let's get that up to 12, just so they're even. It's just annoying me if they're not. So we'll reinforce that. And again, it will do all the stuff in the background automatically, like assigning them to the fleet and things like that. Wonderful. Down. Whoa. You can see them expanding out down there. It's not a write-off yet, though. We're going to struggle to get all of these good planets, aren't we? But then that's the point of the game. If it was as easy as that, why bother? Now, what I am going to do down here is there's a possibility I might get this planet. So I'm going to skip building this. I'm going to go straight down here. Because you notice I've got enough influence. I've got enough alloys. If I could get this, that's brilliant. Because then I've got these 3 secure as well. It may be tricky. That's great. Can you please build... No, there's still loads more to build there. Can you just build... Where's the cheapest? Yeah, get the minerals, because we're running out of minerals. And then if you go there... No. Sorry, I'm pressing Control instead of Shift. There we go. That'll do for now. And you can see I'm deliberately keeping a few hundred alloys aside. So that I can build a defensive space station almost straight away. Ooh, another anomaly. Routine, so we'll do it. We have detected life signs coming from somewhere beneath the barren and lifeless surface of this planet. What manner of organism could possibly live here? Let's find out. Does help if you unpause it as well. So again, just waiting for these to go as quickly as possible. Wonderful. So they've actually finished what they're doing. So a little bit of a think needed. We might as well send one of them down here. See what we can find. Yeah, go that way. Survey. 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 And then the other one, I'm a bit less sure about, I'll be honest with you. Because to some extent, we've lost this territory, whatever happens. But it might be good to get someone just going out and seeing what they can find out this way. So I will. Yeah, let's send someone out here. Why not? And you just never know what you might find out there in the galaxy. So this one's more or less exploring for pure science. And we now have an unemployed pop on Sirius. Woo! Again, the planet's rubbish at the minute. It's also quite a small planet. I'm not going to go too crazy, though. I'm going to build a city district here as well. We're not particularly short on any of it. Oh, we're getting a little bit short on energy credits. But I mean, I think if you were going to primary anything on this planet, it's going to be food. Also, we've got a dust cavern. This menu is really easily overlooked. So this is where you find all your tile blockers and things like that. So we've got some... Where is it? Dust cavern. I cannot see it there. It is almost certainly hidden by a tile blocker. Yes, there we go. So that it's blocked by the dense jungle. Fine. Fine. Did I check that on Earth, though? Because it is very easy to forget these things. Yeah, I've done the sprawling slums. Excellent. Again, we're making good speed down here. Silicon life forms. Some kind of silicon-based life form inhabits a vast network of tunnels beneath the barren surface of Hoaz 1. As best we can tell, the creature feeds off rocks, and there is evidence to suggest that they possess a rudimentary form of intelligence. Their tunneling efforts have shuffled large amounts of valuable minerals to the surface. Intriguing. I suppose that is. And then we've got 2 ships in Hoaz, one of whom's done, so I'm going to send them up here. Might as well tick off a few of these last few systems that we haven't surveyed yet. Other little thing I'm going to do while I remember, I set this one, if you remember, to be passive. Just going to switch it back to evasive in case we wind up in the same star system as an enemy. There we go. And actually, this is working better than I expected, so we've got enough influence again to rush this. So we will. Again, we've got very, very cheap expansion at the moment. If you remember, our friend Colin Merchant has cheaper outposts and starbase, which is great. On top of that, where are we, traditions? We've gone down the expansion route, which very early on gives you a cut price. So if you're playing your game and you've taken different decisions and you don't have someone like Colin Merchant, you might find it's harder to do this. I've been a bit lucky there because I didn't choose Colin Merchant. Other thing that we should keep an eye out is edicts. We're already doing an education campaign, that's fine. And we haven't really got enough influence to do any of these yet, so that's fine. I didn't actually build the city district, did I? No, I did not. because I don't have enough money. More that I got distracted. So I'm going to sell food again to get some money, and then we'll buy a load of minerals because there's no point in being short at this point. Wonderful. And if you could get back up here as well, please. Let's tick off all of this exploration sooner rather than later. Well done. Now this one I was microing a bit, so I'm going to get them doing a bit more of a traditional explore now. Brilliant. If you could just finish these off. Thank you. So we've been focusing all our influence on this one because it's the most important. Once we've secured... Oh no! I think they've beaten us to it. Yeah, they have. Look at them, they're building. Oh, and they've literally just finished it. There we go. So all of our ships that were in that area have been forced to emergency jump away. So this is basically saying we've got no access, we've got missing in action. They will come back, but they are missing. So we have lost this chunk, unless we go to war with these guys. And based on our relative, if we go to contacts, our relative power, it would be a bit risky at this stage. We could do though, but not yet. Not yet. We're gonna go to peaceful for the minute. What I am gonna do though, exactly as I've been threatening, upgrade this this starport now. So that'll give us a bit more defensive power here. Well, you are going to need to do an emergency return home. And I forget how you do it. There is a way of doing it. Can we come back here, please? Oh, man. Sometimes when you forget a button while you're on, it's a bit embarrassing. Yeah, return. Yes, it can't find a route home. So we're going to do an emergency FTL jump to go missing in action. Yeah, please. There's no point in leaving them there. They can't do anything. At least if they come back here, they can be unleashed again to do something useful later. And what I might do, because I think we're about 20 minutes there, is I will pause the game there and call it a day on that video. If you are watching and enjoying it, please do like the video. Please also subscribe, so you get all the notifications about what I'm doing. If you do want to ask me questions live in real time, Twitch link is below. I am on Midday's British Summertime. Otherwise, have a wonderful day.